Today marks 1 month since the terror unfolded at Bondi Beach. In the days since, we've seen immense grief, as well as an outpouring of love and support from the wider community. Thousands of flowers have also been laid at the site. Attention's now turned to how we can best preserve those tributes and properly commemorate the 15 people who died.
I think everyone still really hurts. I mean, this sort of thing doesn't happen in Australia. It's very shocking. I think the grief is still going to be for some time.
Feels like we're doing something. It feels like that we are busy doing something meaningful.
In an unassuming warehouse, the remnants of grief in physical form. A harbour away from the shores of Bondi Beach, where these flowers once sat, this North Sydney building, now an operations centre, turning mourning to memory.
I think it has been really comforting for people to know that flowers have not been thrown away, and so that's part of the story.
In the days after the horror terrorist attack, a simple gesture of mourning grew into something so much bigger. The enduring image of Bondi Beach covered with flowers, cards, teddy bears, paying tribute to the 15 lives stolen.
So when it was heard that the memorial was going to be deinstalled, I think there was a really groundswell to save as much of it as possible.
So Shannon Biederman and her team from the Sydney Jewish Museum sprung into action, arriving at dawn to start the salvage mission.
We're preserving as many flowers as we can. Those are being moved to a warehouse.
From there, they were brought here, a space which was donated just hours before the flowers had to be moved. Fences for drying hung up just days before Christmas, racing the clock to save what they could.
It has been a lot. It's taken a lot of effort and energy to do all of this, but I think it's really worthwhile.
It's been 12-hour days, 7 days a week, volunteers hard at work, including artist Nina Sanandez.
I'm used to collecting evidence of trauma as material that I work with. It's something I have done all my life with my work. I'm going to keep the colour for a long time.
Nina was already planning an exhibition for the refurbished Sydney Jewish Museum. Now she has the monumental task of turning a national trauma into art.
The whole thing that I like about the flowers that we don't need words. The words have become so problematic lately.
Every bunch of flowers that you see here will be preserved, even the mouldy ones. It will all eventually tell the story of how the community came together in love after the horror terror attack.
Every single part is being used, foliage, every dust particle, everything from the flowers are being used. And I'm thinking to create a whole environment, not one single work, the whole environment, to talk about the totality of grief.
And she's got an army of supporters for the task, volunteers like Esther Kuby.
How are you coping, a month on from the attack?
To be honest, I'm not. I have veered between almost packing my bags and leaving.
Esther had friends and family at Bondi when the atrocity happened.
We're all very shattered by it. It's changed our lives dramatically. So I veer between sort of thinking I'm okay and knowing I'm not.
But she wants to believe there's still good out there.
I love the life I had in Australia. I've been in Australia for 60 years. Bondi was my happy place as a child when we came here. And I'm hoping that we can maybe regain that sort of Australia.
When the Sydney Jewish Museum put out the call for help to sort the flowers, Esther jumped at the chance.
At the moment, the way my brain is, anything to keep me busy, to stop me from thinking about things at the moment is my way of dealing with it.
And petal by petal, leaf by leaf, it's healing work.
Each one's not perfect, each one is different, very much like us humans.
delicately handled, they're trying every which way to preserve the memories, from ironing, hanging, flat pressing too, using any heavy object they can.
Enjoying the beauty, even if though they're dried now and they're just not going into landfill, they're actually being preserved, and I think everyone will appreciate that.
And it's not just the flowers. Every item from the memorial is being salvaged. In another warehouse, the physical objects.
We have some of the painted stones. The first stones that came were actually unpainted, and we have kept all of these for an installation.
Stones are the traditional Jewish object used for memorials, many placed at Bondi, painted with the names of the victims.
It's also precious, isn't it?
It really is. It really is. Each one's kind of a symbol of kind of love.
There's more than 200 plush toys, many bumblebees for 10-year-old Matilda. The shoes she was wearing too, a precious keepsake.
We took a lot of the materials in the thought that maybe an artist would like to work with it. I know some of the synagogues are interested in having their own memorials.
At the Great Synagogue in Sydney's CBD, beneath the glittering ceiling, a small selection of leftover flowers and cards which were placed on its doorstep. Rabbi Benjamin Elton now guiding his community through the stages of grief.
So we're moving through the stages of a week, of a month, and now we're entering the year of mourning, where we still recite the Kaddish, the mourners, the prayer to God made by mourners, when a loved one has passed away.
There's been a lot of talk about how we memorialise this tragedy. What would you like to see happen?
I think the most important memorial, the one that they would want, and is most in keeping with the Jewish tradition, is that we change the way we behave, that we become more loving people, more caring people, more compassionate people.
And in this warehouse, there's plenty of compassion. Every fragile flower handled with the love and care in which it was given.
It's quite sad that we lost lives and all we have is flowers. We're trying to hold on to flowers as if they're human lives.
Nina will spend the next year crafting her tribute in time for the museum to reopen early next year. A new gallery with a new tribute to remind everyone how love overcame hate, light over darkness, when horror came to Hanukkah.
I know that right now there's a lot of anger. People are really upset. Though when I look at these flowers, you know, there is a lot of love and support I get from everybody who took the time to bring them down. So hopefully we can add a little bit of light.
To be honest, I've been grappling with a lot of feelings of anger, of grief, of sadness, crying a lot. But when I'm here, I'm so busy with beautiful people, and organizing something makes me feel that there is hope.
Yeah, so important to preserve those precious tributes. A National Day of Mourning will also be held next Thursday, the 22nd of January, with the theme, Light Will Win.